And so Joe Biden, the idea that Joe Biden's Justice Department is the problem here, as opposed to Donald Trump and the fact that he tried to overturn an election and sick people on the Capitol, is, I don't know if people let you get away with that in rooms all the time, but you should never be allowed to get away with it.
So, damn, hey, that is bars right there. She said, I don't know who allowed you to get away with that, but you shouldn't. And that's the type of fire that we need individuals to be talking to idiots like that. So I love it when I see these videos of individuals taking head on dumbasses, especially Trump supporters, MAGA supporters, whatever you want to call them, taking them head on to their face. And just seeing their reaction or their no answer to these conversations, to me, it is beautiful. Like, that is what gives me hope every single day. And just to understand that when you're having these conversations with MAGA supporters, especially, they don't live in La La Land. Or they live in La La Land. They don't live in reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about facts. They don't care about history. They just care about owning the liberals. If that's the thing, that's all they care about. So when you're confronted with an idiot like a MAGA supporter, you need to hit them head on and don't give them no room to say anything stupid. And this is what's her name? Sarah Longwell. She spoke at the the Deal Book Summit. And it's a podium full of, media pundits that I'm pretty sure we all seen. And she does a beautiful job. And this video here was posted by the Bulwark. And I couldn't find the original video to save my life. So I'm glad that he put this this kind of collage here of her just giving it to them, letting her cook, and that's what I love to see. So let's go ahead, take a look.
When Republicans lose, we never say we have to have therapy.
You just say you didn't lose.
Independents believe the greatest threat to democracy was Joe Biden getting reelected.
The difference between what the American people think and what's true. Right. So the idea, I don't know why, I don't know what we are, why the defense of Merrick Garland, sure. Donald Trump lied about an election being stolen and then sicked a mob on the Capitol. And it's funny that you roll your eyes at this, Kevin, because you're the one who went down and resurrected him. You want to know what happened just now in the 2024 election? Is we elected the most dangerous, criminal human being, corrupt human being that America has ever elected. And Kevin, you helped him. You're the one who went and got him after.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
And
this idiot had the nerve to say you're welcome. Hey, I was going to say some things that I probably get in trouble by YouTube, but that's a complete asshole right there. 100%. We're just going to leave it at that.
And in doing so, you enabled this. And so Joe Biden, the idea that Joe Biden's Justice Department is the problem here, as opposed to Donald Trump and the fact that he tried to overturn an election and sick people on the Capitol, is, I don't know if people let you get away with that in rooms all the time, but you should never be allowed to get away with it.
So, damn, hey, that is bars right there. She said, I don't know who allowed you to get away with that, but you shouldn't. And that's the type of fire that we need individuals to be talking to idiots like that. No more being nice and no more trying to take the high road. And, when they go low, we go high. Like, no, none of that. Bro, we need to go low and we need to beat them at being low. And then we can together go high and then we beat them at that. But no more trying to take the high road. That doesn't get you nothing. That doesn't get you wins. That doesn't get you sympathy. Nothing. That just leads you to more Donald Trumps. And we can't take that no more. So no more going high. We need to go low and we need to check them at that point.
Wow.
You do realize President.
And here's the thing. Most of the independent voters, they were double haters, right? They don't love Donald Trump. Most of them hate Donald Trump, actually. There's a lot about what voters think that comes from the fact that people lie to them, right? They were lied to about the 2020 election being stolen. It's interesting to hear Kevin talk about 2020 right now and essentially in the frame that Joe Biden won, because that is not a given in the Republican Party. They lie to people all the time. Donald Trump is a professional liar, and as a result, but they are better at working the media channels.
There has to be a reckoning.
Hey, bars. Once again, in my opinion, they won off of misinformation. They won telling people that, their prices are high because of Democrats. Like Joe Biden had like a button in the White House that he just kept pushing to increase prices. That's not how that works. That's not how inflation works. That's not how the economy works. The president has very little, if anything, if you look at the grand scheme of things, very little to dictate anything when it comes to prices. Companies can set their own prices. Once again, if anything, we need our government to regulate some of these increases in housing and rents and prices. I would actually like that. But once again, they lied to people saying that Joe Biden and the Democrats open the borders and just let everybody and their mama in. No, that's not how that works. Once again, if you do a little reading, little understanding on the legislation that they proposed and actually was able to put out, they actually mitigated a lot of immigrants coming through the asylum process. You know what I'm saying? So once again, misinformation will whoop your ass if you let it. But doing a little reading will cure that. You know what I'm saying? So
with the way that we've seen the leaks and the classified information, all the nonsense has gone on behind the scenes, that has to be fixed because Americans need to have confidence in this legal system and with the justice system.
It would be so bad if people were keeping classified
Longwell.
information like in a bathroom. That wouldn't be good, right?
I feel like we need to be.
Let me ask Sarah Longwell a related question. What happens to the future of the Never Trump movement from here?
I mean, I don't think Never Trump is a relevant thing to talk about anymore. Like, Never Trump Republicans were something from 2016. We were all Republicans. We were never going to vote for Donald Trump because he didn't represent our values. And then we set out to beat him. And then we beat him in 20. We beat him and all the little Trump wannabes like him in 22 because we were able to move a bunch of McCain, Romney voters into the Democratic Party. They were unwilling to vote for not just Donald Trump, but Carrie Lake, this time, Mark Robinson. Like, you've got a bunch of insane people that the Republican Party has brought in because of Donald Trump. However, like I said, there aren't enough of those voters, right? The vast majority, like, there are just more sort of non-college working class voters. And Donald Trump, though much less non-Donald Trump Republicans, but Donald Trump himself can pull those people out in a general election. If I were Republicans, I would be deeply worried about a non-Trump future because Donald Trump uniquely, because he was on TV, I'll never forget when I was trying to understand why Donald Trump appealed to voters in the first place, how many people had watched The Apprentice. Now, I never watched The Apprentice. That wasn't it, but they all had. And so this idea of Donald Trump as a television, carefully curated businessman is just an idea that is locked in the public consciousness that gives him a superpower that other people don't have. They also forgive him many of his trashiest, most despicable qualities because he's on TV.
Hey, bars right there. You like, and these individuals don't have an answer for that. And we all understand, when you're a celebrity and like she said, when it's created to be that image. We didn't see the dumb evil shit he was doing off camera when he was ripping off contractors left and right. They didn't point that out. When he was cheating on all his wives and slept with a porn star while his wife was pregnant, they didn't talk about that. They just seen what the media puts in front of them on purpose. And that's, I guess, is what stuck in people's head. And be like, but this is the Apprentice guy. This is your fired guy. Like, he can't be that bad, right? Well, unfortunately, in some of these rural areas, there's a bunch of dumbasses who believe that. And I am so glad she's telling that to these idiots' faces right here because they need to hear it. And I need to find this because I want to hear their dumbass responses to it too.
because he was on page 6. It's like a celebrity thing that they forgive, so they don't treat him. That's the reason there's a big asymmetry in how voters hold politicians accountable versus Donald Trump. And so for never Trumpers, I think right now, there's no more, unless, I don't know. I don't think that Donald Trump, because in those tweets that he puts out, he said he would suspend the Constitution. He's obviously already flirting with the idea that he could run again in 2028. He's too old, I think, to actually do that. But I don't think there's another time to sort of resist Donald Trump. I think for a lot of us now, we became very focused on democracy, right? We became very focused on how do you preserve the things that are the best about America that Donald Trump wants to tear down. It's funny when I listen to these guys say, oh, well, they don't have faith in the FBI. It's like, oh, well, maybe you guys called them the deep state for a really long time, or they don't have any faith in the media. Well, maybe you guys have been calling them the enemy of the people, and I'm not.
Hey, bravo. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you delegitimize a organization like the FBI and then wonder why people don't trust the FBI? And trust me, I'm pretty sure, I know they got a lengthy history themselves, but it's never been to this extent. And that's all because of Trump and this whole fake news things, which she was a part of, which I don't even know why she's on that podium, but I am so glad that she's able to tell them to their face what needs to be said.
Not saying some of that didn't exist already and Donald Trump was able to tap into it, but he has exacerbated.
Hey, beautiful. So beautiful. Once again, that is how you handle these idiots. You just need to tell them the truth and don't let off the gas. Once you let off the gas and start giving them breathing room and giving them space to rattle off their lies and their conspiracies, you're going to lose the conversation, because you can't argue conspiracies like Trump losing in 2020. Individual who still can't admit that. How did Trump win this one fairly? The conversation, the conspiracies can go on. And unfortunately, that's what tricked people into voting for Trump. My opinion. But once again, if you guys agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that Discord button so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.